Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Kitten's Revolt. In the last episode, we saw it. We saw the wool, we know where it's at, and we just have to get back down there and, well, get to it. Now, which might be easier said than done, but I didn't want to finish up things last episode because I want to do a little bit extra things after we get done with our collection of the wool. I want to explore the map a little bit and just see what the map has, but no time like the present. Let's get going. So I have a bunch of potions just in case, and hopefully we can get through this without too much issue. I am a little bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie. This is the final wool, and this area has been not terrible. I've actually kind of enjoyed this area. This area is at least interesting, but definitely not friendly. And so we need to make sure that we are careful about what we do and don't run into any problems. Now, I also have to remember exactly how to get down. Okay, so here's the next staircase. It's been a little bit since I've played this, as is pretty common. I do tend to take a little bit of breaks. Plus, my video recording schedule has been a little lacking here lately. I really wish I had some more steak. That is not the way to go. So, yeah, we need to just continue working our way to the big room with all of the platforms. And once we are there, I really hope we don't run out of food. We shouldn't. We should be okay. But there is always the chance. So, not this room. We go down farther from here. I've done a very good job of clearing this area out. And then this room. Okay, so the wall is basically directly above us. And we could, and if we have problems, we might, just go straight up and grab it. It is like, there's a hole there. Huh. Interesting. It's like right up here. No, it's right there. So there is spawners above us. So let's just go fast. That is usually your best option. Let's do that. And let's clear out at least one of these spawners. And there are gas above us. That is nice. I also hear a creeper dying, which is never good either. Can we get this spawner before it? We can. Okay. So we need to get rid of the gas. We honestly need to go up a little bit further. Alright, let's do this. There is a lot of stuff directly above us. That is a charge creeper. Alright, let's break spawners. And get back. Okay. So there are still gas above us, which we do need to be mindful of. And there is just a lot of nastiness here, as I expected. This was not going to be the most kind. And unfortunately, I've been having issues with my mouse here lately. I know that's always a common excuse. But I actually have been having some issues with my mouse not wanting to cooperate properly. It feels like it just feels off. So let's get rid of these spawners. Hopefully before anything spawns. And okay, So there is still more above us. There's a chest here with ladders, of course. So they expect you to go up. Alright, but what they probably don't expect us to do is to go down. So we're going to retreat for just a moment. We're going to gather our thoughts. And we're going to let some stuff despawn. That's kind of the main thing. Now, there is a lot of blazes. I can tell this because the sound is starting to mess up. That is a common thing in Minecraft. When you have too many blazes, all the fire sounds kind of start messing up. And all the fire sounds are starting to mess up. So we're going to just back off. We have a bunch of diamonds, a bunch of netherrack, and... Alright, so... how much... we have 2.5 minutes on our potion. Now, here is the thing that I don't know that the map maker might expect. So... one, I'm going to retreat back to the... there is a chest. It's not important. I don't care. Let's just drop off some stuff right here. I have a chest. I can go pick up that other chest if I want. But we have plenty of ladders. We have plenty of blocks. We don't need the diamonds and a lot of this stuff. Resistance and... ooh, that is really good. Resistance and absorption for 10 minutes is a really good effect. But this is the thing that the map maker is probably not going to expect. And so we're going to do it. What we're going to do is we're going to pillar straight up through the pillar with the ladder. Now, that might be really dumb. We'll find out. We have fire resistance. And let's actually go ahead and take another fire resist potion. I don't really care about speed and strength and regen right now, but you know what? Let's build the ladder, then we can retreat if need be, and then we can worry about whatever else we need to worry about. So the reason why we're going to go straight up through here is because, well, ideally, we'll get to where the gas are. Let's get actually into here. I can hear the blazes. We're gonna be spawning a lot of blazes. Was that a pig I heard? I actually don't know. Alright, so the real question is, how far do we go? There is a lot of things right here. Let's add a torch for a moment. And I don't see anything, which is unfortunate. That is a good sign. Okay. Let's put a torch here. No, never mind. Put that there. Let's turn around. There is so many things. Apologies if it's a little loud. But we can get all the way up here. There are a lot of spawners. Okay, that's fine. Is there another? Nope, spiders. There's one there. We'll just close those back up. Anything here? No, just a lot of spawners. Okay. We're gonna go down. Oh man. And you know what? We're gonna just close that off for right now. Let's go all the way down. And yeah, there is a lot of things. There's even a couple of these guys who have fallen down, and oh, the spider actually survived that one. There's so much stuff up there. Okay, so we can clear out a little bit of it. Gas don't like to despawn. Wow, that was not a kill. There are a lot of gas up there. But we'll just retreat again. That is one of the most effective things you can do, is just leave. You don't have to do much of anything else. So, yeah, we'll just walk away. The gas will stay around. Gas have a much farther range than most mobs, but I don't know if that counts. So normally a mob will despawn if you get far enough away from it. That is very typical, and if you are in like a very flat world or something like that, you can physically see it happen. But sometimes some mobs will have different ranges. Silverfish kind of forget about you, and then they try to burrow into blocks a lot sooner than they despawn. Whereas like gas, because they are in the nether and are the very like really ranged, really loud enemies, they have a much farther despawn range. So you have to be a lot farther away from them before they actually despawn. And so that is just a thing in the game. I don't know if it counts. So typically monsters, mobs spawn from spawners will despawn relatively. Okay, there is a lot of things over there. And I think the more important thing for me right now is not to get rid of them, but get rid of these guys. There's another one. Alright. Okay, this is not very good. We're gonna pillar up, break that, and do something very similar, because I have a funny feeling there's another one over here. And there is. So let's get those. And we just shoot these guys a little bit. Luckily, because of all the fire, should light things up a little bit, but I don't think that matters as much for the everything else. So here is a question. Can we get over there, burrow in, and deal with all these things without dying? Alright, let's just go through this. This is really silly, but there is the wool. And there are a lot of nasty things. Let's go ahead and try to get rid of the rest of the gas, because I'm guaranteeing there is at least the gas is there. Do I see any more gas spawners, though? That is a good question. Because otherwise, yes, there is a gas spawner above the wool. Of course there is. Okay. So you know what? We're just gonna walk away again. You know what? No, we're not gonna walk away. We can handle this. I am going to put on my man pants and deal with these guys. So, luckily these skeletons will push each other off the edge. We just need to make sure that the creepers don't explode. And there are a lot of creepers. Fill in some of these holes. What are you standing on? Alright, so creepers need to get killed before I can do too much more. But this is... Spiders are too wide. Alright. Let's break that for a second. Get back. Let's eat. We need to get potions. So fire resistance. Strength. I'm not going to do the speed, but we are going to splash the absorption resistance. And just shoot the creepers. Because they are spawning way too quickly. And I bet that the light level is why... get away. Alright. We need to... Ow. Kill the creepers. The creepers are the main threat. And everything else is not as important. But there is the wool. We are very close to it. And then we just have to get out of here. So, I don't know what this spawns, but let's just destroy it before it does. There is a blaze down there. We're not going to be able to kill. He's kind of awkwardly placed in the corner. It's okay, though. Let's eat a little bit of food. Let's work our way down. There is another spawner there, and I think it's just the wither skeletons. Nope, nope, nope. Don't like you. I do not like you. Alright, let's go one more time, and we should be able to get this spawner. And these guys can come after me. I do need to just be careful of, more than anything, I need to make sure that the ghast don't spawn again. And if they do, I take care of them very quickly. Same with the creepers. Those are the main enemies that I have to worry about. And then the skeletons. Yeah, I'm going to bet that the silverfish have a different... you know, I never actually looked that up. I could have probably looked it up and known for sure. I don't care about the actual spiders, but the skeletons have really nasty bows. So let's get rid of this. There are 2 spawners there. Let's get rid of both of them. And then retreat very quickly thanks to that guy's bow. Yeah. Luckily the ghast don't seem to want to spawn all that much, which is nice. And that guy is taking damage. So we'll just do this. Break that. Shoot creeper. Break both spawners. And all we have left is to get over this. And I'm worried that this is not gonna work right. Let me just... Come on. Alright, let's pillar up before we do anything else. And get rid of the ghast spawner, especially. Anything here? Okay, that should be every single spawner. And we just kill the rest of these guys, and it is cleared. So that was a little bit of enemy spam, but not too much. Hey, we got a wither skull. From a bow shot, too. That's unusual. Okay. So there is the magenta wool. And I half expected some shenanigans with like command blocks, but I think we're fine. I'm gonna put fire resist on our bar. Let's actually have some victory stake. And this is the last wall. All we have to do is get it out of here, back to the main, the victory monument, and that's it. So, yeah, we might have actually done it pretty easily. This wasn't terrible. There was a little bit of enemy spam, but I actually like this area. It's made very simple with potions. And honestly, what was the area? The Sunfire Moorlands gives you a lot of fire-resistant stuff, gear, and all that kind of stuff. And so that helps out tremendously for this area, just because of all of the fire. But honestly, potions are the way to go. Fire-resist potions are way overpowered. Let's take the diamonds, the obsidian. We can actually take everything, except for... We're not going to take the glass bottles, but... we can't take the chest. So, yeah. This area was kind of cool. I liked the idea of it. It was not too heavy on the creepers. To be perfectly honest, the gas were a lot worse. But the area in general was actually pretty fun. Can't complain too much about this one. And like I've said before, I hate charge creepers, but I don't mind them for a final area type of thing, because in this area it's so much obsidian that the main reason that charge creepers are awful is kind of negated, because you don't have to worry about the terrain changing all that much. The gas do as much with destroying the magma blocks. The magma blocks are an interesting obstacle just because of if you don't have fire resistance or frostwalker, you'll take damage constantly from them. And unless you're crouching, and that's just, you don't really want to go through this crouching. It's one, very slow, and two, you're probably going to get knocked around. You're probably going to get overwhelmed pretty quickly. But no, I was totally expecting. So here's the thing. I don't know these map makers that made this map. I've never played any of their maps or anything like that I'm aware of anyways. And so I don't know what to expect from them. That's one of the reasons why I mostly play map makers that I've known. I know what to expect from them. They're not going to pull... They're going to do things unique, but they're not going to do things that are uniquely bad. We have a stack of diamonds. There's a stack of diamonds in there. Do I really care about taking anything else with me? No, not really. Let's take our soccer box. Why not? And let's get this on the bar now. But yeah, so with map makers that I know what to expect. I've played a lot of X's maps. I know what to expect from him. I've played Mithy, the Terra Restorer. I know what to expect from Mithy. And so the problem with playing maps of map makers I don't know is I don't know what to expect. And so I was prepared for the worst. I was prepared for, you know, like when you grab the wool, there's a command block that goes off that someone's in a wither and you have to escape the labyrinth while the wither is chasing you type of thing. Like, I was expecting the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen. And nothing did, so that's kind of nice. But we are back to the Victory Monument. I'll talk more about the map in just a moment. We are going to go into Spectator Mode and just fly around for a little bit. I don't want to make this episode too long, but I kind of want to show off what... because one thing that's weird is when you play these maps, you never realize just like how they're set up. And it's kind of interesting, to be perfectly honest. But let's go ahead and put one magenta wool in there. And the last one goes there. Monument complete. So I really feel like there is something in the Scorched Labyrinth that I might have missed. Because there is... It feels like there's missing things. Did you get the bonus objectives? I did. Didn't give me anything for that, but... you know, that has a... thing. You know, it makes me wonder if I didn't get the bonus objectives. So, you know what? We're going to go into Spectator Mode because the bonus objectives can be a little bit challenging to find anyways. They're usually pretty hidden. And we'll see if there is something that I missed. I don't think there is, but you never know. Like, if we go look at... That is not where my food goes. If we go look at the base, we can kind of see that it looks like we have everything. Like, we have all of the heads. The only thing that's questionable is why is there a jukebox there and not anything else? But it would appear that we have everything. So let's pop into Spectator Mode, if I can. Oh, game mode. What am I doing? Okay. So we are in Spectator Mode. Now, one thing that, like I've said, you don't really realize when you're playing this is how these areas are actually set up. And this is the monument area. And then right here is the beginning of the map. Which makes sense. I mean, there's just a tunnel that goes through. But then, you know what? Let's go into creative. We might be able to move faster. Spectator Mode is... Wow, I can type. Is cool for some things, but for others, not so much. Then we have over here, there's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. This is the one area that the Verdant Mall. I did not like this area, and as far as I can tell, there is nothing up here. Just aesthetics. But this area was awful. I didn't like this area. The first area, let's just talk about them individually. So the first area was actually kind of cool. I wish I knew how to do commands. Scorched Labyrinth has been open, so yeah, that happens sometimes. There is weird things everywhere. What is this? Dispenser with TNT. Okay. You know, sometimes you never know what you're gonna find. There is odd things sticking out. That's probably like map errors, but this is the intersection 2, which leads over here. This is the Sunfire Moorlands. As far as I can tell, there's nothing over here. This area was cool. I like this area. And then yeah, I just don't like the Verdant Mall and the Clockwork Caverns. Those were the two areas that were just awful. You can't see the one area unless we go back into creative mode. There is just a lot of weird things everywhere, which is kind of typical, to be perfectly honest, of map makers just kind of messing around. But yeah, this is the labyrinth, not the labyrinth. This is the Sunken Archives. And this area was kind of neat. I wonder if... So one thing you can do is you can get into a block and you can kind of see what is around. And I always wonder, like, is there any secrets in these islands? But it doesn't look like it. We would physically see the chests. Wow, water is awful. But yeah, there is just a lot of stuff everywhere. And it's kind of neat to just fly through these areas and look around. See how the maps are made to an extent, but also just to see some of the things that you never really realize. There are a lot of weird pockets. This is the full of the Scorched Labyrinth, by the way. It is massive. But yeah, there are these weird pockets, which I don't know why this map has them. Sometimes maps will have these to prevent max spawns. Basically, they're just spawning rooms so that you don't have a ton of mobs just kind of overwhelming the player. But this area was kind of cool. I will admit, I am a fan of the Scorched Labyrinth, but yeah, that's pretty much it. We can go look at some of the early areas. So this is one of the largest areas in the entire game, the Clockwork Caverns, and it was awful. I hated this area so much. This and the Verdant Mall were probably my least favorite areas, and I think the Clockwork Cavern was my least favorite. We did not play it right. We did not go the right way. We bridged across. There is a command block. This command block, actually, I don't even know what that command block does. Probably summons the Clockwork Soldiers or does something with them, because that guy should not be there. But yeah, there are still a ton of spawners because we didn't go the way you were supposed to. Yeah, because you were supposed to go across this bridge, and there was no way I was doing that. And then that isn't anything. There is a creeper spawner. There was way too many creepers. We didn't even touch the lower part of this clock area. I never saw this. And there's just way too many creepers in this area. Plus it's close to void. It's just, yeah, no way I was doing that. Hey, there's a chest here though. What's in the chest? Not much of anything. That's the other thing. The loot in this map, I will criticize. At times it was really good. Other times, yeah, there's just way too many spawners in this area. Other times there was just, the loot wasn't worth it. And like, we had to, you know, this area was awful. This is a bad area. I'm just gonna, sorry map maker, but this is a bad area. With where it's at in the map, this is like a final area level difficulty. And it's too much that just doesn't reward the player enough. It's huge. There's a lot of nothing but traps. And it's not fun to play. That being said, Verdant Mall was, I didn't like Verdant Mall as much because of the charged creepers, but it was still a decent area to play. This area was relatively small. The fungal, oh, I don't even remember what this area was called. What are you called? Area made by Blam. That is not the name of it. It is called Fungal Gardens. I knew it was fungal something. This area was kind of cool. A little bit, it felt a little bit smaller, and I wasn't too sure where to go from the start. But pretty neat area altogether. And then the mines were simple. The mines were a good first area. No complaints there. Well, I guess second area. It might have been a little too easy, but it was not bad. So yeah, this whole map in general was pretty good. I did not mind it at all. But I will say there was a couple areas that were just not fun to play. But they were just honestly, Verdant Mall and Clockwork Caverns. Those were the only areas I just didn't like. You can see just how massive that area is. I think it's bigger than the final area, which is not a good thing. But anyways, that is it for this series. We've completed the monument. We've completed the bonus objectives as far as I can tell. We didn't get any cool achievements for that. I might look and see if there are, because that'll tell me if I missed anything. But yeah, that is going to be it for this series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We might play some more maps by some of the same people. I believe the other map that I picked up that I might play was partially made by Paradox as well, but I don't remember who all was on that one. It wasn't all of these people, but it was at least a couple of them. Or at least Paradox. I don't know if it was anybody else. But anyways, we'll see what I decide to do. And we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a good map overall. Couple complaints with some of the areas, but overall, a lot of fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next series. Bye!